DeMarre, what do you expect to get more minutes at tonight? 3 or the 4?
That's a good question. I don't know. I expect to guard Paul George a lot, but I don't know necessarily if I'm going to just play the 4. But, you know, that's up to coach. Whatever he wants me to do, I'm going to do.
What's your approach when you know you're guarding an elite guy like a Paul George or whoever? I mean, there's a lot of them at that position in the league. So how do you set up for that?
My biggest thing is you don't want them making the same shots at the end of the game that they're making at the beginning. You know, at the beginning of the game, the drilling going, they might hit a lot of shots, but you don't want them to get it going early. But at the same time, at the end of the game, you want their legs to be kind of gone. So, you know, these great players, you're not going to stop them. So you got to make it tough for them every possession. And the biggest thing I always say is I want to be like a gnat. You know, that gnat in the summer day when it's in your face and you can't get it out, that's what I want to be.
Have you heard a lot of the guys in the locker room talk about maybe the letdown from last year, losing, getting swept in the playoffs, and how they want to change their approach, and maybe how can you help them change their approach so they don't have that kind of letdown?
Yeah, you hear talk about it, but I think Coach been doing a good job of just trying to get us focused on this year. Just a new team, new guys, new personnel, new character. So I think that's the biggest thing for us is, not to always be salty about last year. Just try to get better this year and try to move forward. We got to understand it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So we got to take it one day at a time.
But I imagine you're someone like yourself vocally, like Bismack too, guys who come in, new guys, like part of the responsibility is holding guys accountable.
Oh, yeah, you got to hold them accountable, I think, especially on the defensive end. Especially JV, I always get on him. That's my big fella because, he can be one of the top centers if he really just put his effort and defensively be a lockdown, big man, guard the rim. So, you can help guys in certain aspects, but I think as the year go along, we'll get more comfortable, and I think you can kind of be more verbally with guys, but right now we're just trying to feel our way in, feel our way out, but at the same time, it should be a good season.
Have you seen progress from JV in that respect?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of progress. JV, at times, he can get lost defensively, but, that's just not never doing it and never understanding it. And I always tell JV, I said, JV, I don't care how many shots you get blocked or how many rebounds you get, as long as you play hard. If you play hard, all that will take care of itself. So I think he's been doing a great job of that. And I'm looking for a big year for JV.
Because it could be, there's so many teams playing small. If you have a guy you can trust against small lineups, that's an advantage potentially.
Yeah, it's a big advantage. He's 7'1", like he can be very key for us. We can drop it in and get a bucket, but at the same time, JV, we got to hold him accountable. We got to hold myself accountable, DeMarre Carroll, all of us accountable starting this season. I think that's the biggest thing that we're going into the season with.
You're talking about accountability. Obviously, you're one of the new guys on the team. A lot seems to be expected of you. How do you meet those expectations?
I just go out there and do what I do. Be junkyard dog. Go out there, defense first mindset, blue collar, gritty, nitty. Do whatever it takes for my team to win. Some games I might score a lot, some games I might rebound a lot, but my main objective for this team is to be one of them lockdown defenders or kind of hold a guy like Paul George in check so he don't beat us on his own.
Now you keep talking about Junkyard Dog 2.0. Has the original Junkyard Dog reached out to you about that?
Oh, yeah. I seen him actually at the last game. Yeah, we've actually been talking, and he talks about a dog pound, but, that's the old days. I just feel like we talk a lot and we talk about playing with energy, and that's what his big main focus with me is, just keep playing with energy, keep doing what I'm doing, and the fans will love it.